one of the top reasons, if not the top reason, that I feel like I'm finding with everybody being an entrepreneur or freelancer, or whatever you want to call it, is the afforded freedom that they have to do what they need to do.
Absolutely.
You know, I remember just, I think whenever you and I met, you were kind of going through the tail end of some of that stuff. And even then, I know that, you had a full day on your plate every day, between the 30 different networking events and then, legal issues or whatever, life threw at you. You were a busy gal.
Yeah.
And so who could pull that off with a 9-to-5?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can't.
And you see this all the time, every day.
Yep.
The lady up at the front desk, Amanda, she's got 2 little kids. You know what I mean? It's like the school calls and says, hey, you got to pick these kids up.
Yep.
What's she supposed to do? We're pretty, lenient and flexible here, but you know what I mean? Like that whole 9-to-5 is, I understand it and I get it, but life isn't giving you problems only between, 5 and 8. You know what I mean?
I do have to say you are absolutely right, because I did the thing with corporate America, and I can say I was just telling him at the Herschel, and he's like, yeah, but you used to be. I was like, dude, I paid my dues, man. I was out there pounding the streets, knocking doors. I've been very blessed. I worked hard. You do the speech, and and all the years I poured into it, and I've been on all the trips. They afforded all that to me. Yes, I worked for it, but trips, incentives, bonuses, car bonuses, things I never, from my background and what I'd been able to achieve. And I was very, very thankful for it. But let me tell you something fundamental. Again, I tell Elijah that I learned. You can always make more money, but you can't buy more time.
You cannot buy more time.
And after I lost my daughter, that was something that Legal Shield afforded me, that all those years I had built, because let me tell you what, if I had to be back decorating your cakes, putting in your septic, hauling your trash, I don't know, I could have done it. And I'm a strong person. And it afforded me the opportunity to be able to say, I don't know if I can do this today. And it was okay.
Yeah.
And I'm still building my business, still residual, still in my pace and my time. Versus if I had a 9-to-5, they're only going to give you so much time leave, so much time you can take off. And
everything's under their rules.
Yes. And that's what I can tell you that I will always be thankful for. It's not only that time of support and all these years that has got me through the relationships, but that that time to grieve and heal. You can't put a price tag on it. You can't put a commission on it.
And not starve while you're doing it.
Yeah, and not starve while you're doing it. And it allowed me to be able to do that.
And this is also not a dig on anybody that has a 9-to-5. Because there's certain people that have to have that structure. There really is nothing wrong with that, But there's also nothing wrong with having a side hustle. You got to have more than one income stream. In today's day and age, it sounds so get rich quick, you have more than one income stream. But I mean, it's not like you got to be a Trump, or you got to be somebody, Bill Gates or somebody, to have more than one income stream. It could be, it's a simplest of levels, but the idea is that you got to have, a couple of things. I mean, hell, sell Cincy, so do something, you know what I mean? You got to have something just in case,
right?
You know what I mean? COVID should have taught everybody that. On the flip side of that, as an employee, like I was telling Kevin this the other day, I remember I went out on my own in 2007, and 2010 was my worst year, and I couldn't tighten my belt any more than I had already tightened it, and I was, pity party, poor me, and I can't believe I quit my good job, to do this, self-employment gig, you know what I mean? And so I looked the company up to see if maybe I could get my job back, and they'd been out of business. If I had waited until the economy took a dump, to start my business, what I mean? I at least had a couple good years of making relationships and doing work and building a reputation.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?